stripping changed from the 70s, from the original, Chippendales? How's it changed, do you think?
Well, I think you just said it. It used to be stripping. It used to be stripping in the 70s, 80s, and even into the early 90s, with the Magic Mike days and all that stuff. But that's all behind us now, Chippendales is now a Vegas show. So now we have a bigger production. We don't take tips anymore. We don't dance on tables. You're not stuffing money in our pants. That's all over.
I haven't met too many of the guys from the 90s, but I've seen a lot of videos, some footage that they actually documented an entire tour they did in the 90s, and it's interesting because they do a lot of the same numbers that we're doing. So it all evolved from back in the 80s and 90s, and it's still going on today. Like we have a cowboy number that they were doing back then, a couple of different variety acts, and it's interesting to see that. I love you.
Have the body shapes of the dancers changed over the decades as well? Like, do women want to see a different shape on a man, or how does it work? Like, do you sort of look more buffed, less buffed, more ripped?
With the Chippendales, we all have to be over 6 feet tall. They don't want us too big, that just doesn't look good on stage. So we're all pretty even, we're all in about the 200, 210 pound range. In kilos, I'm not quite sure what that is, but it's they don't want us too big, too small. They want us just right, I guess.
And I have to ask, besides the obvious, looks and all that, do you have to have a whopping ego?
Well, I think it's actually the opposite.
It's the opposite.
I think your ego needs to stay in check, because you've got to be with 10 other guys traveling around the world on a tour bus, always in the spotlight, very little privacy. And if your ego gets out of hand, then it's just not going to work. So that's one of the criterias for becoming a Chippendales dancer, is actually, they kind of do personality tests in the interviews, and that's going to show if you're able to work with others, if you understand that you're not going to get that private time that you get at home. Can you be around all of these people all the time and still be a nice person and keep it in check? And so I actually think it's exactly the opposite. We've had guys that have had egos that have worked for Chippendales in the past, and we don't keep them around very long because it just doesn't work.
Whopping.
I think you guys have done pretty well in keeping your egos in check. Thanks for the chat.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
You too.